Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Kel Plays. This time we're doing the weekly reset. It's a brand new one based on Inferno. And we'll be using the good old faithful survivalist Vanguard build. Going for all-rounder, being able to handle enemies at range as well as close range CQC. For our weapons, we're taking the Instigator Bolt Carbine Heroic variant, right, which is the wrapped version, right? And the reason why we're taking it is because of its 5-round burst. This gives us both a lot of burst damage as well as high contested health regen. This weapon's perks: first we take Headhunter for more headshot damage, along with Efficient Hunter, right? So that when we reload when having low ammo, headshots do more damage. This weapon actually has a very, very good headshot multiplier and damage baseline. So it's actually really, really prominent, and it's important that you get as much headshot damage as you can. Fast reload, finisher reload, just basically ensures that you have as much DPS uptime as possible. So it's good to take, right? Recruitment. Recruitment is always a useful perk to have. It's free armor, so you might as well take it while you can. Great Might, damage against Terminus. Not the most mandatory, but it is something to have. Headhunter again. Like I said, we're speccing into headshot damage, right? So, rapid health, for HP recovery in a pinch. Right? Perpetual penetration. This is useful on any bolt weapon. And inspired aim, right? Because we're gonna be in both melee and range combat all the time. It is good to be able to quickly swap after you execute a Majoris level enemy. You just quickly look at the next enemy in the distance and then just shoot at them. This allows you to deal extra headshot damage. As for our sidearm, we're actually going to be taking the Infernal Pistol. This one in particular is the max ammo variant, right? Gotham Crusade. And this is the perk grid here, right? We try to get some extra range out of it. And this extra range does help. We actually spec into it twice, because its base range is, it's only one, right? So we try to get as much out of it as possible while we increase the max ammo reserve of this weapon. The reason why is because the more ammo this weapon has, the more we're able to fight in close quarter combat. It's basically our substitute for a belter rifle, right? Adamant restoration. When your HP drops low, the ammo reserve is restored, which is really good. And if your armor is fully depleted, your reload speed increases. And in the case of a Vanguard, it's very easy to end up with very little armor if you're not careful. Or even if you are, sometimes the enemies just get really lucky. And so in those instances, it's good to be able to get reload back for the Inferno pistol very quickly. Right. The last two ones are pretty straightforward. So we'll move on to the melee weapon, which is the Power Axe. This is the Block Relic variant, right? And for the perk grid here, take a look, right? Perpetual Speed, Confident Stance, right? Perpetual Strength again. If you want, you can take the lower combo, but it's not really for me. I prefer taking the upper one and then coming back down. Then we do counter attack. Right, after your first light attack within 5 seconds after you do a perfect parry or block, deals 25% more damage. This can work together with this one, right? Riposte, where the overhead strike after doing a backstep is doubled. They actually do stack on top of each other, so it's very good. Hard target is always just a nice thing to have when you're surrounded by minorous enemies. This perk can help you stay alive. Tactical retreat. Power backstep is probably the most crucial element of using power axes, right? And the more you're able to spec into that, as well as its retaliatory strike, the better off you are, and the more quickly you kill your enemies. And we finish off with Cleaver. Damage against Majoris enemies is increased by 10%. Right. As for the perk itself, first thing we take is Upper Hand. After doing a perfectly timed parry, block, or dodge, you don't lose control upon taking heavy hits, and you can't be knocked back for 10 seconds. Why do we take this? Very simply, the ability to resist being staggered, right, is very, very important when you're doing things like gun strikes, right? Or when there are multiple enemies around you and you need to get that parry or that block off, right? Close combat focus. You take 20% less range damage. Very self-explanatory. As an alternative, right? Conviction is a perfectly fine alternative. Like, it's completely fine. There's nothing wrong with it. Duelist, you only take this in the early stages of the game. If you're still new to the game and you're learning how weapons work, go ahead and take this. But don't. My personal advice is do not let this perk become a crutch, because it can basically it turns any balance weapon into a fencing weapon, and it gives you a false interpretation on the block and parry windows for weaponry. Right, so I personally don't recommend it once you've had some practice in the game and the longer you've gone on. When you're still getting your, you're still finding your bearings, this is a perfectly fine perk to have. Nothing wrong with it, right? Once you understand how combat works, you understand how to duel enemies, you understand enemy movement patterns, right? The dodge timings, the parry and block timings, then you can move past that. I do recommend either close combat focus or conviction. Either one, perfectly fine. Then for the next one, I will always personally recommend consecutive execution. The reason why is because at the highest levels of the game, this is absolute difficulty and hard stratagems, the ability to restore equipment is paramount, right? Especially being able to restore it passively like this, even if it's on a 90-second cooldown, which is quite long, being able to do it passively just by killing 7 enemies quickly, it's very simple to do. Then for the team perk, they're all pretty okay, but I personally still believe that Unmatched Zeal is still the best Vanguard team perk in the game. The reason why is because of the sheer abundance of extremist enemies that you will fight on absolute and hard strategy missions. Also, terminus enemies can spawn twice, and in those instances, it's always good to have Unmatched Zeal on your side. Your team will love you for it. For the next 3 perks, we take Restless Fortitude, Zone of Impact, as well as Thrill of the Fight, right? After you do a diving kick in, you take 40% less range damage. Zone of Impact, performing a finisher with a grapple launcher deals damage to nearby enemies. As an alternative, Tip of the Spear is a perfectly fine alternative. You take this one, it makes you more tanky when you dive in. Nothing wrong with that. And Thrill of the Fight, after a perfectly timed parry, block, or dodge, you take 20% less health damage for 5 seconds. This does stack at the same time as this one, right? So basically, whenever you parry, block, or dodge, right, you don't lose control for 10 seconds, and at the same time, half of that time, you're taking 20% less health damage. It can save your life, trust me. For our signature perk, I would recommend Adrenaline Rush in most cases. It's just passive HP heal every time you execute a Majora's level enemy or higher, Extremis or Terminus, right? It's extra 5%. In the case of Extremis and Terminus, it stacks on top of Unmatched Zeal to give you 35% HP, and in the case of Majora's, it gives you 5% back anyway. As an alternative, you can take Tactical Prowess. Is a perfectly fine signature perk to get, and actually, if you want to have maximum DPS, like damage uptime and the ability to kill enemies quickly, this is actually a better perk. But like that's for a different build. At that point, you're going to be changing the build that you have here, right? But in most other cases, Adrenaline Rush is a very fine, self-sufficient perk to take. So, as for our prestige perks, the first one I always recommend is Indomitable Will. Why? Indomitable Spirit. While performing a gun strike, again, you don't lose control. Why? Because having the ability to have either upper hand or Indomitable Spirit, either way ensures that your gun strikes get off uninterrupted, which can save your life, by the way. Next, we take Restoration. Killing enemies, 7 enemies quickly restores an armor segment on a 15-second cooldown. Very, very self-explanatory. Reason why we take this, the ability to passively restore armor can save your HP, can literally save your life because your HP is not being drained. Next, Fortitude, 15% HP increase, just makes you a bit tanky. It's very good to take. And lastly, Battlefield Awareness. If a target is within 8 meters, you deal 10% more range damage. And that applies to any range weapon that you have, including an Infernal Pistol. And that is the build that we'll be taking today. Thank you very much for watching. Be safe, be well, and as always, for the Emperor. Interesting. So shockwave plating, nearby explosions restore armor. Booby trap. Majority level and higher enemies explode upon death and deal damage to squad members. Okay. And exploding objects are more common and much more dangerous in terms of radius and damage. Wait, so which one takes priority? The explosions or the armor? I don't get it. Oh, we got a mission in progress. Let's go. Okay. Interesting group. I say we go with Vanguard for this one. Could be fun. Ow! Oh!
Into the more of death.
There we go. So many people with guns, my lord. Oh, that's a...
Trying to stop my range. Into the fray.
There we go.
Stay dead. That will teach you to sneak up and start things. One down. Trillions to go. Reloading.
Hi. Thank you.
It is no time to take a knee, brother. Grab no forge. To your feet. Now make them pay. Some road.
Go. And there we go. Now we've stabilized. And at the very least, that's one less terminus to worry about. Get out of the way pretty early. Not sure where these exploding objects are supposed to be, but well, it is what it is. Can't do much. Oh, come here.
Put your fire, brother. Our brother is dead. Got the lictor.
Oh, here comes through. I mean, Honeybags. Come on.
Tyranny slide marked. Swapping out magazine.
Gotcha, punk. Come here. Thank you.
That Carney thinks alive will go out for blood. Reloading. For the Emperor!
Well, that's all the terminus out of the way. At least we got him out of the way early, so now we just push on through like any regular mission. Good night. Really? I think I know why the heavy died. I think he blew himself up by accident. Too trigger happy.
Regroup. We should have the advantage inside the Imperial encampment.
If you take the executes.
You're here. Now what, Captain? Talassa, you need to acquire the Astra Militarum demolition codes required to deploy and arm their ordnance. Source one from any soldier you see, alive or otherwise.
Oh man, dude.
A waste of time. I have the codes, brothers.
Okay, good.
Your search was successful, Captain. Proceed to the Prometheum refinery and complete the demolition preparations. The Xenos Stalker hunts us. Spare my armor, careless dog. Trying to stop my rage. Finish that bastard, or you have more to do. To wound, I think. Magazine out, magazine in. it or raise it.
Guys.
Swapping out magazine.
Alright, I guess we're fighting it out.
Closing the gap. That covering fire. Keep them bastards. Some boy. Arming up.
There we go. I got secure stockpiles. It's not too bad to take Melter Bomb. Just have to remember that it's a Melter Bomb that we're holding. Just need to keep in mind.
Do not tarry, brothers. Holy work awaits. Do not get turned around. Walkway cleared. This is where we sow the enemy's defeat, brothers. And I take your arm. Disappointing. Replenished and ready.
Question is, can we sneak past?
And no brains.
Talassa, the Cadians are running out of time. How close are you to the Prometheum facility?
Reaching the facility now.
You are making good time. We are going to need it.
Ooh, baby. Oh, he didn't die. Okay. Interesting.
Let us finish what the Cadians started.
Use the codes to prime the bomb and finish its deployment into the current Prometheum well.
Hello.
Cautiously, if you know what is good for you.
Arming up.
Gotcha.
Kill it. Lads, have that side box buzzing out of my head. Brother down! Magazine out, magazine in. I will see it done.
Okay, and I'll take it then. Yeah, you've got full health, you're good.
For the Emperor!
So many barrels.
Deployment has begun.
Rites of activation have been observed. The generators handling the machine in God's name. Crane sequencing initialized. Delivering payload.
Get out of here.
Equipment there.
I shall return this favor.
We must intercept Generator 2.
Potential heretical sabotage of Generator 2. Secure immediately. Relic's axis aligned by the Omnissiah's will.
Hurry it up, machine!
Overwatch needs generator 1.
Unsanctioned mechanical adjustments.
Oh, come on.
Generator 1. Follow only the divine protocols.
I see a gun beast! Into the maw of death!
Oops, wrong button.
Check that spot. Swapping out magazine.
Where are you?
Let us keep that swarm from ever reaching generator 4. Book available.
Y-axis aligned. Margin of error 0.0
Generator 4?
Form is suffering mechanistic complications. Provide service before components are harmed.
Roger that, on my way.
Tether unbound. Thermal payload secure. Tyranids aim to make a meal of us. Grapnel launcher set.
Attention. Crane drive is jammed. Perform the necessary cleansing to resume operation. Deployment resumed. Drive train restored. Begin the course of locomotion attempts.
One down.
Demolition deployment sequence completed. Now there is logged under the Omnissiah's watchful oculus.
We are ready to ambush the enemy.
Alright, and we're done.
There is an observation platform overlooking the Promethean fields. It will make a good vantage for your ambush.
No, didn't see it. Alright.
Magazine out, magazine in.
I guess we don't lose health. That's cool.
I'm covering fire. Keep them, you bastard.
Cool.
Proceed to throwing frag grenade.
Jesus.
Into the fray. Replenished and ready.
The hell? That guy's got a couple of screws loose. He's clearly not read the mission debrief. Sure. He's surely not read the mission debrief at all.
Ultra fire, brother.
Grapnel launch. Swapping out magazine. For the Emperor! Hawk available.
Clearly the tactical has, but that heavy really has not.
We have arrived at Nozick's facility. Run distraction efforts as long as you can.
But overall, I mean, the mission's not too bad.
Sound, brother. The swarm will be broken. I will hold you to that.
For the Emperor!
Are we sure this place will hold together once that bomb goes?
There will be more burn than bomb on this one.
Getting broiled is not an improvement.
Alright, let's go. Otto.
This position is defensible.
There it is.
Somewhat.
There's our several skull armory data. And that's everything.
Full specs prime.
Yeah, so right now weapons of choice, you know. Instigator weapon for long range, and the Inferno pistol for close range. Pretty good balance, all things considered. And having the block battle axe, very nice.
And the swarm approaches.
Very good melee
Dig in.
capability.
We need that bomb triggered for optimal yield. Orbital scan estimates the bulk of the swarm will not be in position for a while yet. Keep your heads and get it done. Warrior, get your stim injectors. I see them coming, brothers. Plenty for everyone.
Fire trap set. Light when ready.
Xenos Devourer marked.
Fire trap initiated.
Oh!
The bulk of the swarm is continuing along the predicted path. Continue holding. Cut that Zoan throat, brothers! They cut through the refinery!
There we go.
Some warrior. Shoot me again and I will take your arm. Come on! The Prometheum is begging to be put to use.
I didn't even hear him.
Let us murder it. Arming up. Halfway there, brothers.
Hello.
Keep it up.
Come on. Alright.
Fought it not to ambush.
What
We
the?
have more enemies on the horizon, brothers.
Here they come.
What is the build to burn?
Ignition.
The swarm has almost fully committed. Be ready for my mark. Burning.
Here I'm just standing in fire. Like it ain't no thing. Nice.
You are clear to detonate. Cook those rotten bastards. Yes, Captain. You heard him.
That's it. GG.
For the Emperor!
We have laid waste to the enemy. A fine victory.
Tyranid biosensed 90% unfallen.
GG.
Swarm annihilation confirmed. Excellent work. Move to extract. For the Emperor! Extraction complete. Returning to orbit.
Yep, one and done. Not quite sure exactly why it took so long for the barrels to start appearing, but you know, overall the fact that clearly the armor restoration part takes precedence. So, very nice. Pretty straightforward, simple weekly, I think. I think most players should have a pretty simple time doing this one, thankfully. So yeah, hopefully the run was good and informational. Hope you guys got something good out of it, and let me know in the comment section if you guys were able to see anything useful in there that you could use in your runs that helped you out. All in all, I wish you guys all the best, and all the best in your runs, and have a good one. Remember, for the Emperor.